Hey guys, welcome back. So now in this video I'll be telling you about the difference between the flip-flop and latch. So what is flip-flop? Flip-flop is basically a bistable device, which means that it has two stable states and they are represented as 0 and 1. A latch is also a bistable device whose states are also represented as 0 and 1. So bistable means it is having two states. In flip-flop, it checks the input but changes the output only at times defined by the clock signal. So here we have extra signal which is called as the clock signal. Whereas in latch, it checks the inputs continuously and it will respond to the changes of inputs immediately. So in latches, it is the immediate check of the inputs, whether the input is 0 or whether the input is 1. So the same based on the input level, it will respond. The output will respond to the inputs. Whereas in flip-flop will also respond to the input, but it will also respond based on the clock signal because it is edge triggered. So flip-flop, as they are triggered at the edges. So clock signal is important here. So we have a clock signal in this flip-flop. So it is a edge triggered and it is a level triggered. Edge triggered means, as I said, it is based on the transitions from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. Whereas latch is level triggered, which means they are triggered at either 0 or 1 and not at the edges, so they don't have any clock signal. Here the gates are used like NOT gate, AND gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, whereas the latches are also, they are made up of gates as well. So flip-flops, they are classified as asynchronous flip-flops or the synchronous flip-flops. I think synchronous is they have direct relationship with the clock CLK signal, and asynchronous, they do not have the direct relationship with the clock. I think that is what synchronous and asynchronous means, but they are classified into asynchronous and synchronous flip-flops, but there is no such classification in the latch. Flip-flops, they are the basic building blocks of many sequential circuits like counter, ripple counter, etc. Whereas latch, they are used in designing the sequential circuits. Flip-flop is always it always has the clock signal. Latches does not have a clock signal. The flip-flop, they can be built from latches. Latches can be built from gates. So here we can see flip-flop can be built from these latches. So if you have the basic latch, we can take those basic latches to build a flip-flop circuit. Whereas latches do not necessarily are built. Latches are not necessarily, they are built from the flip-flops. Latches are built from the gates like the AND gate, NOR gate, NOT gate, etc. In flip-flop, we have different flip-flops like D flip-flop, SR flip-flop, JK flip-flop. Whereas in latch, we have SR latch, D latch, T latch. Okay, so these are the main differences that we have between the flip-flops and the latches.